And a lot of teams and don't have juniors anymore, so they're having to get players from different Division 1 sides or different social sides and coming to play for them. But I don't think it will be a 5-goal thriller. I think
like that first one.
Like that first one, I don't think so. Of course, both teams have a few individual players who can also bring some brilliance. I mean, for Caps now, they're looking after the captain, Phineas Bamusi. They're looking also at the back. Bruce Kangwe has got experience. I mean, those are key players that can also come. For Dynamos, they've got, of course, none other than Demva Mkamba. He's one player who can take the game by the scruff of his neck. And he also got Emmanuel Jalai, who I must say has been outstanding for Dynamos this season. I think the goalkeeper, Tafre Mudza, he's kept Dynamos in the season. He's been outstanding. And I would be surprised if they don't put him on the calendar for the goalkeepers. I think he's been one goal who's been outstanding.
Yep. For me, Prince Tafire Mutsa has been the standout goalkeeper of the season. That's for me. Hey? But I know a lot of people will say, what are you talking about? The Scotland FC supporters will say, how about Kelvin Shangiwa? And so on. Right. Chief Justice, well, you know where his heart lies, where his mind lies. And he is a former Dynamos captain, legendary one at that. And he used to enjoy beating Caps United when he was at Dynamos during those years. And right now, Dynamos are second from the bottom. Kwekwe United, the Gold Boys, are gone. Whatever they do, they're out of the Premiership. Dynamos are second from the bottom. They're on 29 points. Caps United are on 14th. So just 3 points separate them. Caps United 32, Dynamos 29. So it's a must win, not only for Dynamos, but for Caps United. Let's hear what Chief Justice has to say.
Yeah, one of those games, you know. If you look, two big clubs fighting for relegation. Like we said before, it never happened, and all of them today, it's a D-Day.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a D-Day for them, and both teams, I think, they are prepared. And the only difference in this game, and what will make the difference in this game, is character. You know, whenever you're approaching in the especially this derby of this magnitude, it's probably, you know, it can be not that good, but players who rise to the occasion usually have got a niche personality. You know, you just carry the day, because obviously the fans will play the role, but on the ground there's so much battle which will happen. And also this game is not played only on the ground, it's also outside. You know, the fans, the passion, you to bring this game to an excitement scene. But I see both teams, you know, they all need points. They all need points. Pressure is on both teams, and not only one, pressure is on both teams, because they know the positions in the log are not very good, and also considering we've got the rival of the coaches as well. These coaches, both coaches come from Zambia, and they want to show each other which one has got the upper hand. That's in terms. You know, Bakala has been there. He tried his best with the team, also winning some few games and struggling as well. And then Dynamos brought in Kayindu. KK, since ever since he came, Dynamos has been improving day by day, game by game, and of course they managed to collect 12 points. In the calendar of the Premier Soccer League, which is very good and very positive. And going into this game, probably with the experience, you know, Kayindu might have an edge as well. In terms of experience, he acquired when he was at Highlanders. You know, playing against Dynamos, he knows the magnitude of the big games. But obviously, you know, it's a derby, and anyone can win it.
That's right. You know, these two coaches, the Zambian coaches, Kabanana, Ian Bakala, and KK, Kelvin Kayindu, never played against each other. When Kayindu was at Highlanders and Bakala was at Caps, because Bakala came later after Kayindu had returned to Zambia after quitting Highlanders. They never played against each other, and they're meeting as coaches against each other. And it's going to be very, very interesting. And do you know what? These two teams, these two Harare Giants, they have never met when they are both fighting relegation. Yes. Ever since that first game I've told you, since 1976, they've met when one has been in relegation and so on. 2005 when Dynamos were, but Caps United were already safe. And a few years before that, I think it was 1999, yes, Caps United were fighting relegation. Dynamos already safe. This is the first time. So we will be expecting fireworks. And just to remind you, if your team is 9th and going downwards, they're still in danger of relegation. Gezi Platinum failing to beat the students yesterday, it ended goalless. That might have thrust them out of the title race. But Moors, that's the other game that we have. They play Kwekwe United, and if Moors win, they're on 49. If they win, they're on 52. They're back in the race. So there's something to think about. We will be keeping you updated what will be happening there. The game that was supposed to be played at Gibo between Triangle and Simba Bora has been postponed because Simba Bora are taking on Zingizi. Regu Eswatini, that's Nsingizini Football Club of Eswatini. It's got a tongue twister, so I gave them that nickname. So we hope, we wish them well, Simba Bora and Joel Lupatla. Now, let's look at the players who are some of the players. The lineups today, not star-studded like those days in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the 10 of the millennium, but we got a few guys there. Right, let's start with the home team. In goal, they have Odai. That's Steve Odai. That's the goalkeeper from Ghana. They've got Kundai Benyu. And who else you were looking at the lineup, Sparrow? Who else?
Well, of course, looking at the likes of Tanaka Shandiro, the midfielder,
former
Dynamos, and for him, it's a big game that he wants to prove his former paymasters that he can do well. Phineas Bamusi on the flanks there will be very key. Of course, Junior Bunji is on the bench this afternoon, but he's one player who is very lively when he comes on, and I think he will be a good trump card for Cabanana should he need to use him in the second half. I think he's a go-to guy. He knows how to take on defenders. He knows how to cross the ball. So he's also a key player for Caps United.
And Chief Justice, the key players from your side.
You know, there is Jalai who's been doing well. You know,
Apopi,
yeah, and you know, both at domestic league and the international,
yes.
He's been good. And also looking at the goalkeeper, he's been vital in so many games. He kept the team.
The best player, Dynamos, for me.
Yeah, he kept the team into the game for so many games. Also proving to be, you know, sometimes in these big games, you see Nyawa. That's when sometimes you see him. He comes in with some goals, or sometimes he just does something. You know, I'm also looking forward to Denver Mkamba. You know, it's a big game for him. And
but again, he's starting from the bench, isn't
yeah,
it?
you know, I like one thing I like about him. Sometimes he get few minutes, but with some positivities. You know, that motivation sometimes it has helped. You know, it has helped Dynamos for so many games. And look at the goal he scored against Scotland, and also the game against Triangle. You remember last time, although it ended in a draw, but he came in so well and played very well. So his contribution also makes sense. You know, there are also players like Guatizo. They are doing well at the same time. You know, I would say probably Dynamos averagely they've been doing well. You know, and they've picked up their game. And we look forward. Kasonda, I'm also happy about him. He is a hard-working player. You know, and you would see him in any given time, maybe getting a chance. I would want him to score in this derby. You know, it gives him an edge.
There's so many statistics when you talk about these two great sides from the capital. One of them I'll share with you if you didn't know already. The biggest scoreline over each other was for Dynamos 1984. They beat Caps United by 6-2 in the Chibuku Trophy quarterfinal. 3 years later, in 87, Caps United got their revenge in the Africa Day Trophy semi-final at Rufaro. They beat Dynamos by 7-0. So those are the biggest score lines against each other for those two sides. So there's plenty of venom, plenty of passion, plenty of zeal between those two sides. If you meet any Caps United fan, you ask him, they beat him, apindure anongoseka, and you know he's talking about Dynamo. Justice Majavi, when he moved from Lancashire Steel to Dynamos, his first question to the Dynamos leaders were, when do we play Caps United? So this, you know, Sparrow, there's something that happens when Dynamos meet Caps United, or Caps United meet Dynamos.
This is a big fixture. Both sets of players don't want to lose to each other, and even the fans themselves, they'll rather lose to Highlanders, to Scotland, but not to lose to Caps or Dynamos.
That can happen.
That can happen. I mean, whichever teams wins will get the bragging rights for the whole week. Even in the industries, at people work the whole week, they'll be talking about Dynamos lost to Caps, or Caps lost to Dynamos, vice versa. So I think it's a big fixture that comes with so much expectation, not only for players but as well as for spectators.
Right, we've also got another game that will be keeping you updated upon. It's at Emagumeni, where Highlanders, who are, threatened with relegation. If you're a Highlanders fan, yes, I'm not lying to you. Your team is still in danger of relegation. So it's a must-win game against ZPC Kariba. Kawia Katuru Turu. We're already safe, eh? ZPC Kariba won't get relegated no matter what happens. There are only 8 teams, I keep telling you, week in, week out, those who won't get relegated. Right, okay. Back to the adrenaline at Rufaro, Kumpiles. Here's how the two teams arrived at the ceremonial home of football. Of course, we will start, of course, with the home side, how they got the Makepe Kepe. Of course, Makepe Kepe really up and, well, we see this time the other way. We see Dinamo Dimbare rolling in their bus there. And I'll tell you, the capital has just been a buzz. And Chief Justice, how did you feel when during your days, mabaza anga sipoka. During your days, you had that small mini bus. Here come Dynamos. Yeah. So, but how does it feel when you're arriving at Rufaro?
But that time as well. This hour when the team is arriving, the stadium is full. People will be singing. Yes. Vietnam is up already, and of course, it gives the motivation to the players. Yeah. It gives the motivation, and you would know. We are going now. The job is started, and we are going to just be on the field, die there, and right. Everything comes out.
Die for the blue. Die for the blue.
Yeah, sure.
So there they are, led by the outstanding player Prince Tafire Mutsa. He has been a revelation for Dimbare. He has kept them in there. Yes, there might be one place of relegation. If it wasn't for him, maybe they would be relegated already. I can tell you that it's possible. So the bottom four, if you didn't know right now, if relegation was going to happen today, well, Kwekwe United are already gone. Those going down would be Yada, Green Fuel, and Dynamos. They would be. And we saw Dimbare arriving, and here we see Kepe Bora, the green machine. That's the new bus, isn't it? They got a massive sponsorship just Friday night, and to come with those 2 buses, we believe, were given to Makepepe. So they would be feeling very, very upbeat indeed. And what better way to illustrate that to their fans than beating their deadliest rivals? Sparrow.
Well, that sponsorship comes with a lot of boost morale for the players. I mean, they know that even the outstanding bonuses, they know that they're going to be cleared, and they know they have to fight for it. It must also play out to Dynamos that we want to beat them for that. So it's really a catch-22 situation. But for Caps United, I think the sponsorship will definitely lift the team and will definitely help the team with the chance of surviving.
Yes, it's a shot in the arm there for Makepe Kepe. And can they turn that shot in the arm on the on the field at Rufaro Stadium Kumbiles huku. How, you know, there have been so many predictions coming left, right and center and so on, and when this game happens it always brings up something like that. Well, like I said, the students are halting Ngezi Platinum's match for the title race. They might have gone out of it. The students did well. Goalless draw at Baobab yesterday. And, of course, Green Fuel. Boys Zenaro doing well, beating another relegation-threatened side, the Gamecocks, Chicken Inn. And we will keep you updated there. So the relegation struggle still there. Right, okay. What we always want to do is give you an insight into the coaches' minds, and like always, that we do. So we start off with Kabanana, Ian Bakala of Caps United, then KK, Kelvin Kayundu. Take a listen.
I think for us, we prepared very well. Looking at the game we're playing today, Dynamos have been playing well. And for us, I think the way we prepared in Mutare, we'll get the results today. Looking at the boys, think mentally. We are not thinking about the past, that the focus for today's game. They did well, despite we had one injury. And tactical changes were made also for this game. Well, I think our focus, it has to be on us. Looking at the game we're playing today, it's a game, it's a crucial game that as Caps, I think we need it more. Looking at the position where we are, I think if we win today, we'll find ourselves in a better position. But it's very important even for us, we play the game before we talk about the results.
Yeah, this is a big game. You can even see the atmosphere. Before the game starts, people are already tripping in to come and cheer their teams that they love. It's not an easy game to prepare, but this is a big game. Like I said, I think in my interview earlier on, that it comes when both teams are in very unfamiliar position, and this is what makes it even more exciting, because I'm sure every team will want to get maximum points. If we are able to get maximum points, it will help us move away from the position where we are. Both the teams that are on top and the teams that are at the bottom, I think it will go until the last game. Probably for now, there's only one team that has been confirmed to have been officially relegated, and I think the teams from probably position number 9, they are also near to safe in terms of fighting relegation. So it makes it quite open, and we know that every team that goes on the field, there's no team that is going to stay behind and probably go and play for a point. They will try and play for maximum points, which will make it exciting.
Right, you heard the two gaffers there. Right, predictions before we go to Miles.
I would say it's a draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
1-1, 2-2?
I'm not sure if the score draw or 0-0. I think 1-1.
1-1. Chief Justice.
2-1 for Dynamos.
You say that. Right. Fasten those safety belts. Get ready. Ivaima Gadzirira, because now we're crossing over to Mbiles, Rufaro Stadium, Caps United versus Dynamos. Believe this? Can you believe this? This is perhaps the biggest crowd since Dynamos played Scotland at Rufaro Stadium. Yes, I am sure. It's unbelievable. Rufaro Stadium packed to the rafters, Sparrow.
Definitely packed to the rafters. I think these two teams, everything stops, and a good crowd. Let's see how if we can get a good game on the park.
Oh, yeah. Chief Justice, I know during your days we had crowds like this. And I mean, this is unbelievable. But, well, you will believe it because you had crowds like this during your days.
Yeah, sure. You know, as long there's Vietnam, you know,
right.
Standing.
Okay, I think our two guys are ready for us at Rufa Road, so that's where we're going. We'll be talking to you at halftime.
It could have been better, but let's see. As the game progresses, I'm sure most people are still coming in as we prepare for the national anthem. That was the national anthem. Ngai Kombore Renjika, yes, Zimbabwe, God bless our land. Galibusiswe, Ilizwe, let Zimbabwe. Dynamos going across now to meet their counterparts. Caps United clad in white and Dynamos in all blue. The two teams have decided to bring their traditional colors so as to make the strongest appeal to their fans. And in a moment or two, the toss will be conducted, and as well as the decisions made on who kicks off. Finas Bamusi and Emmanuel Jalai facing each other as we see the match referee there, who is Israel Nevera, conducting the toss. Looks like Dynamos have won the toss and have decided to defend the city end, attack the Mbare end as they line up for the group pictures. In the commentary with me is William Timber. Willie, good afternoon and welcome.
Very good afternoon, Stanley, and very good afternoon, Zimbabwe, and welcome to the ceremony home of football for the Harare Derby. Dynamo taking on Caps United in a match where both teams should get maximum points.
Yes, and it's very interesting to know that these two teams are seriously threatened with relegation. It's It's only way back in 2005 that Dynamos nearly got relegated, but somehow divine intervention at Mucheke Stadium in Masvingo. When a back pass hit a paddle, then Elliot Matsika took advantage to score the all-important goal and give Dynamos a 2-1 lead. Caps United are involved in that relegation matrix this time around, as we see them now in a group huddle, trying to create a strong bond that should see them collect 3 points. Can they do it? That is the biggest question as we take a look at their lineup here. Not very much has changed, but I can tell you that Spanera is back in the lineup. That's Bernard Spanera, as well as Tanaka Shandirwa and Kundai Benyu. Then, of course, Jimmy Zingai is starting alongside Chinga Chitoshi, the Zambian. And it will be interesting to see which Zambian will be on the winning end. We do have 2 coaches from Zambia, Ian Bakala for Caps United and Kelvin Kaindu for Dynamos. And the Dynamos have just broken their 3-match ritual of kneeling across the goal line that they are defending. And then the prayer is led by the captain this time around. It's Emmanuel Jalai. Very soon we'll be having the Dynamos lineup to take a look at who is available and who is not. The Caps United family welcoming their heroes. They expect nothing but victory today. That is the bench. Ian Bakala, next to him is Witness Mkuli, former Zimbabwe international, former Wanki goalkeeper. Dynamos pretty much the same team that has been doing duty of late. It's only Chiunga Temptation who is not around, and Telmo Pio comes on the bench to take over. Ross Gwenya, Shadrach Nyawa are some of the 2 midfielders, and it's expected that Shadrach Nyawa could possibly sit at the bottom of the triangle, with James Kasondo the tip of the spear, as referee Nevera is making sure that everything is in place, his equipment, his attire as well. And the match will be underway in a moment or two. That is the Dynamos bench. Kelvin Kaindu partly obscured, but today Kwaku Odai looking different, black and green. Tafire Mutsa in his usual orange top and black shorts. In a moment it will be all systems go, and the ref once again talking to the 2 captains, Jalai on the left and Bamusi on the right, just making sure that everybody knows how this game should be played. He knows there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of anxiety because of the situation facing both teams are willing.
Exactly, reading the riot act to the 2 captains there, Stanley. I've watched Israel Nevera. His games, I've followed him. He's quite a very, very good referee, and like the way he's talking to the referees, is making sure that he's taming authority as we kick off, Stanley.
Yes, indeed. We are underway here at Rufaro Stadium. Caps United in green and white. That's playing from right to the left, and Dynamos playing from left to right. Caps United, the home team, are giving each of their defenders a feel of the ball before the ball is played upfield. Mtasa gives it away almost immediately. Zingai pushing it back to Chitoshi, the big lad from Zambia, turning one way then the other, clips it long, trying to set up a run with Mugalu. Chimba caught offside, the Congolese striker who plays for Caps United. Galum Chimba, 35 years now, still going very strong. Here is Isaka Mohammed, being challenged there by Kundai Benyu. Tafire Mutsa finding Magwaza. Dynamos getting a feel of possession. Good take by Shandirwa. Game continues, and this one runs into touch. was too far ahead of Bamusi, and it's a throw-in to Dynamos. Batizo finding support from Isaka. Tassa lifting the ball and losing control. He will be lucky to get this one back, but Shandilwa is the first to arrive. Yet comes Ishmael Wadi, slitting it through, lovely play, the cross comes in, and a good clearance. Taken by Jalai. That was very close. Crossfield pass, but again Wesley takes it away. The Tio wins it back for Dibare. Batizo. Leroy Mafunga. Looking for Batizo. Beaten on the ground. Here comes Bamusi. Cutting across the field. He's looking for support on the near side, but I think Jalai penalized for that challenge on Phineas Bamusi. Let's have a look at it. And this is the earlier effort. The Cape United nearly created. Bruce Kangwa with a lovely cross, but Theo took it away. Dynamo survived. Glad to say that Bamusi is up and about, ready to continue with the game here. Kangwa guiding it backwards. Kangwa is such a versatile player. Can fit nearly anywhere on the pitch. He's playing a left back today of late. He's been playing as a centre back, and that clearance leaves the Dynamos player down. Once again the ref stops play so that the injured player can be attended to. It's Jalai. That was bad by Ishmael Wadi. Open boot. It can be very dangerous. Luckily he didn't use much force, but of course Jalai is going through some pain. I'm sure he'll be able to shake this one off. This is Isaka Mohammed. Playing it forward, met by Kangwa. Tassa trying to fight for it. It's picked up by Wadi. Back to Kangwa. This is Chitoshi for Cape United. Slips it through, looking for Benyu, does well. Finds support in the middle of the pack to Wadi. Ishmael Wadi driving forward, sliding tackle from Jalai. Jalai has given away possession, and it's going to be a free kick. Punch for punch here at Tufaro Stadium. It's a Harare derby. Zimbabwe matches don't come any bigger than this. The Jalai.
Yeah, Jalai is down injured there. Hope nothing serious there. Would want to lose a captain in just 5 minutes through injury. Stanley. It's not good for a coach to be forced into an injury forced substitution. You need to make tactical substitution, especially in a derby which has just started, and the position is expected here. But the start it has given us yesterday.
Oh yes, indeed, Jalai there. A strong challenge. That Wadi was adjudged to have been in an offside position. So Emmanuel Jalai getting ready to get up and get on with it. The Cape United fans in full voice at the moment. They've come in their colors, green and white, white and green, as Tafremutsa prepares to dispatch the kick forward. The Harare Derby used to be a very, very big encounter back in the day, when Cape United had the likes of Sticks and Chiswa, Stanley Ndunduma, William Chikaoro and Sheikh Mentauro. Those were the days when this stadium would be full to capacity. If you are not here by 11 or 12, gates will be closed and there will be nobody allowed inwards, and the police will be patrolling the outside on horseback just to make sure that we don't have any mischief. Free kick once again is Caps United are awarding that free kick. Chipanera was fouled in the process. Kwakwo Dai, Jimmy Zingai finds Chinga Chitoshi, big boy from Zambia, long effort. This one comes, Lord, then you couldn't catch it. Jalai has taken over. And there he is, playing it to the gallery. Nyawa. And in the end, Shandirwa brings down an opponent. He's clutching his face, so the referee immediately stopping play. That's in keeping with the latest rules that a head injury should immediately cause the stoppage. Oh yes, when he tried to pull him down, I think he must have poked him in the eye. This is the attack by Caps United. And when you're there on the ground, Dana was a bit unlucky that, look, it's only 8 minutes played. They've had, I think, 3 players going down injured. It just goes to show that, look, the temperature is high between these two teams.
Exactly, Stanley. Remember, 3 points at stake here, and the relegation facing the two teams, like you said earlier on, that this is for the first time it has happened, and we have 9 teams involved in the relegation dogfight, including Highlanders, Iboso. They are still not yet safe, although they are sitting on number 9 on the log, and they are taking on PC Karibe at Omar Gumeni this afternoon. So we'll see what happens in that match, as referee Israel Herrera is not yet with the force start by Dynamos after that free kick when Ross Kwenya was pulled down by Tanaka Shandirwa.
Yes, sir. Referee Nevera blows to start the match as we take a look at some of the people in the VIP stands enjoying the match here, and this one goes away with Kasondo chasing. 0-0 the scoreline if you're joining us for the first time here at Faro Stadium. It's the Harare Derby. Caps United taking on Dynamos. It's an emotionally charged encounter. Nobody wants to lose this one. Dynamos trying to go through, and the referee awards the free kick to Dimbare in a position of some promise. Jairus Kasondo, I think, was impeded. Let's take a second look. Well, I thought they simply maybe handling offense. And Chitoshi, when he went down,
it looks like there was a late challenge on Kasondo there when he was trying to take that shot, which was blocked by Chitoshi. So the referee pulled play back and giving Dynamos a free kick.
Wisdom Mutasa stands on it. There are some of the players interested. It's Ebol Batizo. He's Dynamo's set piece specialist. But it looks like Wisdom Mutasa is set to take it. Referee says, let's go. Mutasa takes a shot. It's a feeble one. And Bamusi collects. And Mutasa brings down the Caps United captain for a free kick. Here comes Shandirwa to Bamusi. Good looking cross, and Jalai clears the danger. And I must say the first 10 minutes have belonged to Caps United. Corner kick to come. And Tanaka Shandirwa to take it, a former Timbare player himself. No newcomer to the Harare Derby. Here comes the kick, it's a good looking one. This one allowed to bounce by Bamusi, who lays it back. Kangwa, the veteran, past one man, lays it back. Chipanera is looking for someone on the far side who couldn't control. And Wesley takes it out. Jimbare take it away with Leroy Mavunga, and a sliding tackle has won it. Milanzi is a very tough character on the right hand, on the left hand side for Cape United. Here they come once again, and another foul on Wesley Milanzi, the referee intervening, and these fans not happy with that decision simply because it has gone against them. But I think the ref, Nevera, is absolutely right. Ross Gwenya went for the man and not the goal. Nevera says, let's go. Chitoshi will play this one, long one into enemy zone. Wadi can collect, but he's forced backwards. Kangwa to Shandirwa. A lovely ball played through. Bruce Kangwa with a good run, the cross inside the area. Again, the Cape United can't take full advantage. This one goes out for a goal kick. Surely Cape United should take full advantage of this spell. They've been doing everything right, getting into the box, but the final shot is missing, Willie.
Yes, and in that instance there, I think Julius Bamus, the captain, chose the most difficult option of trying to cross the ball. Should have played it back where there were two Cape United players ghosting and tiptoeing in unnoticed.
Free kick quickly taken. Tafre Mutsa to Isaka Mohammed. Clipping it long, looking for Kasondo. He's brought down by Chitoshi, who looks like he's going to be in the referee's book. Oh, it's Jimmy Zingai who brought down Jairus Kasondo. Well, when you are a defender, these are some of the occupational hazards. Yeah, Zingai was beaten to the ball by Kasondo, and he clattered into him from behind. And Nevera has flashed the yellow card on him. 14 minutes, 0-0 the scoreline. Confirmation of that yellow card for Jimmy Zingai. Looks like everyone has gone back to defend, including Ugalo Chimba. Cape United center striker from Congo. Jalai dummies once or twice. And the Cape United defenders not sure where the ball is going to be played. This is a good looking one in the box. And they played it upfield. Well, I think Nevera was fooled by Michimba Mugalu on that occasion. He just decided to go down in the slightest hint of a touch. And Cape United have got a free kick. Clever play by the striker.
Yeah, I'm sure the striker was looking for that free kick to ease the pressure of Cape United. As Dynamos, after that free kick, was dispatched by Jalai. And I think some clumsy work by Shadrack Nyawe should have done better with that ball instead of just pumping it high up in the field, in the air.
Long one forward. Chitoshi can't keep the ball in play. Kelvin Kaindo with a hard long look downfield, trying to upstage his countryman in Ian Bakala for Cape United, who will be smiling at the end of the day. Is it this man Ian Bakala or Kelvin Kaindo? Dynamos in possession now. Chitoshi fighting for it and wins in the end. Chitoshi slips it through, good looking short ball. Benyu, sliding tackle, plays the ball for a goal kick. Goal kick to Dimbare. The Cape United fans not happy. They would have wanted a corner kick, but I think Israel Nevera was absolutely right. Spot on. Here's Mugalu now. He has just dispossessed Muhammad. Did well to recover. And the ball now is with Mutasa. Jalai is taken away by Shandirwa. Here comes Bruce Kangwa. The back healer fails. And And once again, Wisdom Mutasa is playing the ball into touch. Wadi. Good vision to look for Chitochi. Shandirwa outside the center circle. Taking too many touches and he's under pressure now. But finally, finding Wesley Milanzi, the cross will come. It's a long one in the area, chested down by Ishmael Wadi, cleared by Dynamos captain Jalai. Wadi has been getting some useful service. It's high time that he made use of the opportunities that are coming his way. He's getting a lot of help from Bruce Kangwa. He's just taken the throw. Kangwa into the middle of the park. Spanera backwards. Chintoshi back to his Ghanaian goalkeeper Odai. Back to Chintoshi once again. Escapes United building up in attack with 17 and a half minutes gone. And this one goes out of play. For a Caps United throw, Milanzi to take it. Gallo just well bit one player, but again losing possession. And Jimmy Tingai brings it down and finds Milanzi. Caps United doing well. I love the stuff from Caps United. And again, Jalai takes it away. Kasondo has got the pace, but Kangwa has got the experience and the skill. Ball is played into touch, throwing to Dynamos. Welcome those who are joining us for the first time. 0-0 the scoreline. Caps United, the home team, taking on Dynamos in a Harare derby. Both teams seriously threatened with relegation. And here's Jalai, ready to take a long throw. Lots of movement in the box. Jalai gets it. Content with Benyu. Ross takes a shot. And this one nicely picked up. Onto the near side here, Ishmael Wadi. Past one man. Checks on a second, but not a third. Nyawa has lost possession. Shandirwa doing well. Checking his run. Trying to go forward. The tussle for possession continues. And in the end, here's Jalai now. Ibare going through. Ruskangwa cynically brings him down. And he's the second player to get a yellow card.
Yes, Dynamos build up there and charging forward their captain Manuel Jalai, and Bruce Kangwa had no option but to bring him down. So now pressure on Caps United with the two defenders on yellow cards. Yeah, that's a good tackle. As you can see, second, he's going for the man, not the ball there. And I'm sure the referee, Israel Nevera, is quite right to flash a yellow card there. And Kangwa is down. I'm sure he got at the end of that tackle, but he's the one who tackled Jalai there, but he's the one who is on the receiving end here, Stanley.
Yeah, Bruce Kangwa, I'm sure in trying to bring down Jalai, he ended up getting injured. So all hands are on the Caps United right back, Bruce Kangwa.
Left back.
Oh yeah, the left back. He's so versatile. You can hardly tell where he can play.
Yeah, he can.
Kangwa.
He can play center back. He can play left back. He can play an attacking role in left wing, in midfield, everywhere. Even from his days in Highlanders at Azam.
Oh yeah, you talk about Azam. He spent quite some time in Tanzania playing at the highest level in the Tanzanian top league. As we take a second look at Jalai's foul. It looks like Kangwa's injury is quite serious.
Ian Bakala would want to lose Bruce Kangwa at this
stage. It's just too early.
Yeah, only 21 minutes.
Failing to control the ball is taken away by Bamusi. Milanzi. possession. This one is picked up by Leroy Mavunga. Checks his run. Brings a good-looking ball. Kasundo all alone. He has the ball wide, no problems there. But of course, the Dynamos fans will applaud every little move. This is, I think, one of the few attacks that Dynamos have managed to land on Caps United. Otherwise, the first 20 minutes belonged to the Green Machine. Stephen Odai to Jimmy Zingai. Zingai once again playing it short, looking for Benyu. Kangwa back on the field, and he cannot continue. Kangwa, you just have to sympathize with him. He's such a tough character, doesn't give up very easily. But when he does this sort of thing, you know that he's feeling the pain. Look at it, he tried to play.
It looks like a groin, according to the reaction there, the way he shook his head and covered his face, and he's signaling substitution there, Bruce Kangwa. That should be the end of this derby. Very crucial match, and is it Kelvin Mangiza warming up?
It looks like Kelvin Mangiza, jersey number 21. Yes, it is. Kelvin Mangiza will come on for the injured Bruce Kangwa. Yeah, it's a big blow to Caps United.
Yeah, he's going down in tears there, Bruce Kangwa.
He's a fighter, as we see the confirmation of that change. Caps United making an injury-inspired substitution. Bruce Kangwa goes off. And in comes Mangiza. And I think the change was not properly made according to Israel Nevera, the referee. Now it is being properly done by the fourth match official, Messi Maimbo. We've got two ladies in the lineup, Dominica Melusi and Messi Maimbo. These are the face of Bruce Kangwa on the bench. His day is done.
Yeah, Kelvin Mangiza is not a stranger on that left back position. He used to play that left back position before Chinga Chitoshi was acquired during the transfer window, and Bruce Kangwa was playing at the centre back there. But they needed Bruce Kangwa's service this afternoon.
His experience is invaluable. You can't exchange it for anything. Kunai Benyu running into space, but Nyawa takes it away. Now Jabare will guide it back. Shutafire Mutsa, who clears his lines. Kasondo beaten in the air by Jimmy Zingai. Nyawa lucky to get that lucky bounce. I don't know why he went in with a sliding tackle when it was supposed to be a simple intervention. Ball runs into touch. Another throw from the far end of the field. Here, Ibare will come once again. Backwards with goalkeeper Chafre Mutsa. This is Isaka Mohammed clipping it long for Kasondo, but Jimmy Zinga is good in the air. Chipanera back from injury, showing a bit of rust as Rilo Mavunga trying his luck from afar. He's exhibiting boyish enthusiasm, trying to beat or die from that sort of distance. Somebody should tell him that this guy deserves a bit of respect, shouldn't he?
Exactly, over ambitious there, and should respect Odai Kwaku. He's a very, very good goalkeeper, the Ghanaian. And Stanley, some news I just received here, ZPC Caribbean has opened the scoring at Amakumeni, leading Highlanders by 1-0. And so far, good news for Simba Bora. It's still 0-0 in the CAF Champions League in Eswatini.
Yes, Simba Bora flying the Zimbabwean flag high in Eswatini. Here is Dynamos Caps United as Bakido takes over. Takes too long with the ball. Sliding tackle comes in from Chipanera. And the ball runs into touch. Throw in to the blue side of the capital. Here is Leroy Mafunga. Managed to check his run infield and took it from the best part of 30 meters, and Odai just dismissed it. Good header. Sondo collects well, takes a crack at goal, and the goalkeeper takes it away. Chidoshi. Chibanera to Chidoshi. Slip through to the captain. Goes down under challenge, under Pio. Telmo Pio. Bringing down Bamusi. So take a look at Jairos Kasondo's effort. Turned in field. Took it well. Not enough sting, and the Ghanaian made it look easy. Here it's Shandirwa now. And in the end, Yawa into the book. He's protesting for his innocence. Caps United in a very good-looking position now. The free kick just outside the box. Shadrack Nyawa, the offending player, and the fans are in full voice. Dafre Mutsa remaining cool. This is how it happens. Shadrack Nyawa should be very careful.
Exactly, I wanted to say exactly the same thing, Stanley. They should be very careful. You have been yellow carded for rough play, and for distance you can easily be sent off.
Confirmation of his yellow card. Shadrack Nyawa. Dafre Mutsa just positioning his wall. It's a 4-man wall. Let's see how they will take it. Mangiza, Benyu, and Chibanera looking interested. Referee says, let's go. Benyu checks it through. Oh, that was wonderfully taken and tipped over by the goalkeeper, Dafre Mutsa. Good strike by Kudai Benyu.
Yes, and the ball was dipping in the right time, but Tafire Mutsa there going airborne to tip the ball over the bar. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Brilliant take by Kudai Benyu.
Yes, indeed, Kudai Benyu. Take a look at it again. Beautifully done.
It was going in.
It was going in. And the goalkeeper did well to keep it out. Corner kick to be taken there by Shandirwa, but he's complaining about something. Chimba Mugalo being monitored there by the Dynamos captain. But look at the difference in height. How is he going to do it? Chala.
Yeah, it's very, very different.
Here comes the corner, but poorly taken. Dynamos clear. Mangiza will collect. Guided backwards to Chintoshi. Chika Chintoshi finds Shandirwa. This is a good looking shot. And again, Bamusi. Oh dear. Didn't bring that ball under his spell, and the pressure from Leroy Mafunga forced him to play the ball into touch. This will be a goal kick. Ishmael Wadi operating on the left-hand side for Caps United. This one is taken away by Mohamed. Kasondo goes down and it gets up. This is the first one. Fight for it. Kasondo plays it on the near side. Jalai rounds off his man. Here comes the cross. Oh! How did he miss that? My goodness me, that was a brilliant move by Dynamos, but how on earth did they miss the target?
And Jalai could not believe that after that good pass, brilliant run by Jalai and a brilliant pass, as you can see Stanley again, cutting it back to the right man and couldn't connect it, but they are claiming for a penalty, but I don't think that is a penalty, Stanley.
I think he was pointing to the corner flag during that touch. Chintoshi had a touch. Chibanera. The game coming alive now. Milanzi is a hard-working Play on the right-hand side for Caps United. The clearance was already out of play. And the Dynamos family in full voice, singing their victory songs. Nyawa, Tungwenya. Here they come once again, Jibari with their captain. Teo, looking for his captain, but Benyu has done well. But he's taken back. This is Teo, runs into a challenge. Benyu. Caps United piling on the pressure. Mugalum Chimba. Shandirwa. Too long on the ball. But he gets a second bite of the cherry. And in comes the cross. Well, not a very good one. The goalkeeper undecided. Then Gwenya brings it down intelligently. And Jalai tries to clear the danger, but it's a feeble clearance. Picked up by Benyu and Mangisa. Zingai. Chintoshi. Bamosi. He is lucky not to have lost that one. Ball played on the far side. Wesley Milanzi. But Jalai is the first to arrive. Gently brought down Jassa. He's done well. Keep it on the ground, and Leroy Mafunga losing the ball there. And the ref given a free kick. And Ebo Batizo claiming that, look, it was a shoulder charge. According to him, it's allowed in football, but the ref is the man in charge. He knows which tackles to allow and which ones not to. Can you tell me what exactly happened to...
yeah, there was a shoulder charge, but he was also holding on to the arm of Bamusi. I think that's what he was feeling. Yes, of course, there's nothing much in trying to bring down Jalai there, but from what the referee saw, I think he saw that hand which was handling, pulling down Bamusi.
Yeah, Bamusi has a clever on that occasion. 34 minutes played. Here comes the cross, neatly taken by Tafre Mutsa, who has been very impressive for Dynamos between the sticks. Throws a long ball to Batizo, who keeps the ball in play. Now it comes to Gwenya. Now this is Nyawa, trying to run with the ball. Nyawa, oh, he has done well to play the ball to the far side. The cross comes in. Oh. That was a golden opportunity. Isaka Mohammed with Mugalum Chimba. Benyu joins the action. Chimba back again to Mugalu, and this one taken through, and Bamosi straight at goalkeeper Jafre Musa. End-to-end stuff that we're having here, Willie. As Dynamos go again. This is Ngwenya. Mafunga. He loves taking on defenders. Ball played through Pio. Pio passed one man, not a second, and gets a free kick. I was talking of end-to-end stuff. Good spell of football that we're having.
Yeah, good spell of football, but these players should learn to bury some of these chances that are coming their way. They might live to regret these kind of chances, missing inside the box. They kept United. I think they hesitated to take a crack at goal. So they should have at least given Tafire Musa some work to do, unlike that team effort that came from Bamusi at the end.
Yes, indeed, Caps United now with their four-man wall, ready to defend this kick. 10 minutes to the Oranges. 0-0 the scoreline. Caps United 0, Dynamos 0. And the Fremutsa is being attended to. He must have landed awkwardly. I don't remember him being tackled. I think it's one of the saves that he made. And the Dynamos fans bursting into the song, anticipating victory here. I think of the two teams, they are the more desperate side, which is looking for 3 points. The Caps United family understandably quiet because they have to defend a free kick here. Muta out of your picture, is up and about. The medical team is off the field of play. Referee Devera now arrives on the scene and allows Dimbare to check their free kick. Leroy Mavunga and Ebo Watizo. And don't die. Yelling at these defenders to check up good positions. Here they come now once again. This one headed backwards. And they say offside. So it will be a set piece. Shadrach Nyawa, the guilty party. Still talking to the referee. Is he still talking about this yellow card? If so, then I think he will end up saying one word too many.
And
Good dummy by Benyo.
News from Eswatini is that Simba Bora just survived when Singizi Hotspurs missed the penalty. They ballooned it over the bar when a defender headed inside the box and they got a penalty. So still 0-0 there, Simba Bora hanging on.
Well, just trying to avoid the risk of being blasphemous. I would say that the Almighty is watching in favor of Zimbabwe. Simba Bora 0, Singizi 0. Good news from Swaziland, or Eswatini now. Jimmy Zingai to Chintoshi, giving it before the arrival of Jaros Kasondo. Yafire Mutsa with a clean aerial catch. It drops the ball to avoid being counted out. He stipulated 8 seconds. There he is, shuffling it from one side to the other. Mohamed Isaka all the way, and Shintoshi takes it over for Caps United. Now Wesley Milanzi stopped there by Kwatidzo. An early throw finds Nyawa. Shadrach Nyawa into the middle for Ross Gwenya. Gwenya right the tackle, still in possession. He lays it forward now. Kwatidzo's cross inside the area, and Mutasa failing to control. And the Vietnam whistles are beginning to sound now. Caps United playing their way from the back. Mangiza. Must be careful. Mangiza stopped there by Mtasa. Suddenly is going through a very lean spell in terms of performance. 6 minutes to the Oranges plus stoppage time. 0-0 the scoreline. Wadi. Shandirwa back to Wadi. Good dummy. The ball has been won. And Wadi goes down, and Rosquenya penalized for bringing down Wadi. He's trying to make his complaint a pleasant one to Israel Nevera. Well, in trying to win the ball, he ended up taking the man as well.
Yeah, double-footed challenge there. Yes, he won both the men and the ball, but I think it was first on the men. The referee got a good call there. That was a free kick.
Yes, Chintoshi clears under pressure. Shandirwa now plays it for Bamosi. He's vacillating from one side to the other. The header there downwards by Mugalu. Out of play. Goal kick. That's attacked the city and part of the stadium here today. As Caps United are playing from left to right. Shadirwa collects possession as we take a look at Mugalu's effort. And in the end, Spanira penalized. So So it's another free kick with 4 minutes to the Oranges. Mohamed in possession, slips it through, trying to find Kasondo. Tightly monitored there. And in the end, it's cleared by the Cape United goalkeeper. Mukalo has done well, but he's blocked. The referee says play on. Tafire Musa to Botizo. Tio. Mapunga. Dynamos now keeping the ball on the ground. They go backwards. Finding Magwaza. To Mohamed. Now Tafire Musa can come into the picture. Very quite content in keeping possession among their players, especially the defenders. Mohamed popping a long one forward. This drops kindly for Bamusi. He finds Enyu. He's the instigator of forward movement, but Mugalo can't control. Shandirwa losing possession. Gwenya, it's Mohamed who has taken over. This is Gwenya now. Trying to paint some pretty pictures. Batizo goes forward. Leroy Mapunga with a poor first touch, it goes out of place. One or two Dynamos players are not on the same page with the rest, and it's actually showing. Mutasa and Leroy Mapunga.
Yeah, especially that move by Isaka Muhammad was very good from the defender overlapping there. Gave it a midfielder who started going down backwards, and yeah, that's pretty progressive.
Cape United have been looking very progressive with Kudai Benyu, Bamusi and Shandirwa always pushing forward. It's good for their cause, of course. Jalai. This one taken up now by Shandirwa. Wide to the far side. This is Wadi. Sliding tackle. Good looking shot. The goalkeeper has done well. Ishmael Wadi with a serious grip for goal, and the Cape United fans are loving it. Corner kick. And it's going to be Shandirwa to take it. Tanaka Shandirwa was at one stage a regular Zimbabwe international, and today he knows that the national coach Michael Nice is around. He will have to play better. Here comes a good looking cross. Somehow it's a retake. Jalai wants to know why Cape United are being given a second bite of the cherry. Did you see anything amiss? Was it the movement in the box, really?
Yeah, there was some movement and some shed tucking, pulling and tucking inside the box when the referee stopped play. And I don't know why Jalai is complaining, because that free kick it was landing on the Cape United. Maybe if it was Cape United complaining that it was our chance to score, yes. But the whistle had already gone before the ball was taken. So I think the referee is quite right to see those shed tucking, pulling inside the box.
Kevin Kaindo, the long look, and the ref awarded a goal kick, but a Dynamos player is injured, and this man is certainly a worried man. He doesn't want to make an injury-inspired substitution. Kelvin Kaindo.
It looks like a head injury.
It is a head injury. That's why the referee immediately blew his whistle. This is the opportunity. Wadi playing the ball and nearly finding its way into the goal. And the goalkeeper has done very well. This was going in.
Yeah, it was going in there.
Ishmael Wadi repaying the faith shown in him by this man Ian Bakala. He's now taking the opportunity to call his players. See how they can finish the last of the two. The last minute of the two that was awarded by Teshima Yimbo. Telling Bamusi what to tell the other players. Manera is one of them who came to the touchline as we take a look at the incident that resulted in Ebo Batizo getting injured. So the game starts without Batizo. Dynamos momentarily down to 10 men. Good take by Ngwenya. Now forward. And it's headed away by Wesley Milanzi. 47 minutes. And the ref will be blowing any minute from now. 0-0 the scoreline here at Rufaro Stadium, the ceremonial home of Zimbabwean football. And out of your picture, Batizo has just rejoined the action. It looks like he's going to be the man to take that throw-in. Finally appears on the scene. Throw-in in a goalless situation. And once again, Leroy was saved his blushes for failing to control as the referee blew his whistle to end the first 45 minutes. Divine intervention sought by some of the players, Shandirwa and Chintoshi. Willie, your thoughts on the first 45?
I think the derby is living to its billing. What is lacking here is goals. We've seen some end-to-end stuff here with a couple of chances falling to both sides. Wisdom Tas and Kasondo failing to do some meaningful connections inside the box. And on the other hand, Bamusi, and then we have also Leroy Kundai Benyu and Mugalu there, a bit hesitant in front of goal. And a brilliant free kick by Kundai Benyu was brilliantly tipped over the bar by the outstanding Tafire Muta. But otherwise, nothing much to write home about. You see both teams there seeking divine intervention and having some discussion just before the break.
0-0 the scoreline, and it's time for us to cross over to the studio for halftime analysis.
Well, the Harare Derby. I'm sure you'll agree with me. Some thrills, some thrills. Let's hope that they can keep it up going into the second half. But if the truth be told, and that's what we always like to say here, Caps United have had the lion's share of the exchanges, although Dynamos have come in with some bit of chances and they could have gone ahead themselves. So it's goalless between these deadly rivals. Rivals who have been at each other's throats since 1976. As we see the pictures, some of the pictures there coming from Rufaro Stadium. Whew, what a game. I can tell you that there are two matches, right? Other matches happening elsewhere at Emagomeni. That's in the city of Kings and Queens at Baba Fields. ZPC Kariba, who are the visitors, are leading the hosts, Ibozo Highlanders, by 1-0. And at Bata Stadium, Kwekwe and Moz, the last time we heard, it was still goalless. So as well as it is goalless at Rufaro Stadium. Right, Sparrow, Spencer Nyamadzao and Chief Justice Majavi are still here with me. They've got over the disappointment of losing to Brentford yesterday by 3-1 and concentrating on this game here. Sparrow, the first 45 minutes, I must say, yes, it's been a thriller, I think.
It's been a thriller, absolutely legendary. I think, Caps United started off like a house on fire, getting the ball in the Dynamos attack in third. Ishmael Wadi, Muguli, as well as Benyu doing a great job. Phineas Bamusi here and there is getting good runs on the flanks, trying to get the cross in. I think for Dynamos, they've got Tafire to thank. He's managed to have a couple of saves within the first half. Dynamos slowly came back in the game, started attacking Caps United, where they managed to get 2 yellow cards on Bruce Kangwa and Jimmy Zingai for fouling Jalai and Leroy. I think it was a great move by Dynamos, also managed to contain Caps United and push him forward, looking for that opener.
Oh yes, it was 0-0. I don't know what will await us in the second half. Just to remind you, Sparrow has it 1-1. It's a 1-1 draw, and Chief Justice has it 2-1. I don't have to tell you 2-1. Right, Sparrow, your thoughts on the first half?
Oh yeah,
I meant Chief Justice.
Yeah, I think fair enough. Caps with some good start, They controlled much of the game, and with also some chances created. You know, Ishmael Wadi came close. Soares, the Benyu, he could have with a free kick, very good free kick, and credit to the goalkeeper, Tafere Mutsa. What a save, you know.
Again, keeping Dynamos in this game.
Yeah, like always, you know.
Tafere Mutsa.
He's probably one of I think in the top 2 players, week in week out top performers.
Yes.
You know, I would give him credit as well. You know, and Dynamos tried by all means, but you know, not so sharp in up front. But you could see the contest of the game at least lively. The derby is not that dull. You know, it's good. I also like the attendance is quite well. You know,
Fantastic.
both teams, the fans are there, and that's their 12th man. I don't know where they were all along. They're coming now. With a few games to go, you know, they should have pushed. You know, but I think it has been a very good first half. Also, the match official trying to control the match, and it's been good.
Right, a thrilling first half, you'll agree with us. Right, let's relive the highlights of this Harare derby. Of course, again, Caps were first from the blocks, and Ishmael Wadi here, very menacing, and he has been a thorn in the flesh. His combination with Bruce Kangwa, as we see that acrobatic tip over from Kundai Benyu's free kick. What a tip over, Sparrow. Again, Tafire Mutsa.
I think Tafire Mutsa, like Chief has said, I think he's been one of the top performers for Dynamos in this season. Even if you look at that cross from Bruce Kangwa.
I think for me, top performer.
Yeah, you've got Emmanuel Jalai there.
Yeah, as well.
Kapopi has been also outstanding for Dynamos.
Yep.
I think Bruce Kangwa on the left flank unfortunately got injured, but he came in with some good crosses, which the strikers couldn't do. They will look again at the free kick from Benyu. Well taken and good save from the goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
Good technique from Benyu. It's not easy the way he strikes the ball and
from
the goalkeeper.
inside,
Exactly.
from the inside foot. Yeah.
It's not easy at all. Showing what a top-class player he is, Benyu, from this position here. As we take another angle, and Tafire Mutsa, top marks to the Dynamos goalkeeper, keeping Dimbare in the game. And Caps United was still at it, but Dimbare is getting those chances. And you see, sometimes you have to make use of the chances, because Dynamos here were coming. It could have been, but Kasondo, I think, fluffed this. Or was it Wisdom Mutasa?
It was Kasondo at that time.
Kasondo.
I think Jalai doing very well.
Very well.
He should have left that ball for Ross, as Ross was coming facing the goal. I think he should have sold the dummy, and Ross could have finished. And no communication within the two players.
Exactly. This was the first real chance for Dimbare, and it was fluffed by Kasondo. Then Mutasa had this opportunity as well, and this is a very painful sight for all Caps United supporters watching. I mean, I think, you know, tears did roll down his eyes, and yes, very, very pitiful there. And you do, because he was having a great game, wasn't he? He was having a great game. But some of those things do happen. You will know about it, Chief Justice.
Yeah, it must be a soft tissue, you know. There's no much contact in almost every game you play, especially outside of the calf. But the moment it is touched, it becomes more inside. But of course, it's normal. But unfortunately, he's one of the best players they have, and reliable, very reliable. And you could see even from the beginning, first 10 minutes, 15 minutes before he went out, Caps were threatening through the left side.
Yeah, they
and
were.
Now he is out. They are stopped on the other side. Then there's now the chance for Dynamos going up.
That's right.
But we just wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he can finish up the season.
That's right. Yes, we hope that it's nothing serious upon Bruce Kangwa, and he can continue with trying to keep Caps United in the top flight, because what a game he had been having there, combining well with Ishmael Wadi. But you know, that's the name of the game. Sometimes that happens, and that's why now Dynamos were having forays down that flank, because before Kapopi, Emmanuel Jalai was not managing to overlap down the right flank, but because the fire has been put out by the injury upon Bruce Kangwa, now Dynamos having more chances. So What do you think will happen in the second half? Sometimes these games are a game of two halves. One half belongs to one team and the other one to team B. Do you think out there that the second half might belong to the men in blue? Well, let's find out from Sparrow.
Well, looking at the way the game finished, Caps finished strong, and I think they'll want to continue from that momentum. I think Chimtash was doing very well in the middle of the park, as well as Ishmael Wadi was getting clean balls. Even what Justice has just mentioned to say on the left flank, they were really attacking well, which has really slowed down when Bruce Kangwa came out. So I think positive for Dynamos, they've got a bit of credit. But Phineas Bamusi, I think he hasn't been in the game in the first half. We're likely to see Junior Bunjira coming in. On the other flank, he's also one player that can get the Dynamos defenders on the back foot. So I think maybe after about 10-15 minutes, we should see a substitute maybe from Caps United to try and bolster the team. And now that they're attacking the Mbara end, although they usually like to finish off the city end, but right now they're attacking away from the fans. It could also be a minus for Caps United because they don't have anyone rallying behind them. But let's see how it plays out in the second half.
I want to tell you something if you didn't know something. When Denver Mukamba joined Caps United and his first game against Dynamos, he scored and Dynamos lost. He scored the goal, 1-0, it finished. Now, Denver Mukamba had left Dynamos. He's back at Dynamos. He went to Scotland, then he didn't go anywhere. Came to Dynamos, he's back at Dynamos. And this is the first time he plays against Caps United. I don't know. Is there anybody there, any Dynamos fan who has supernatural beliefs, thinking that maybe because of what happened when he was... I'll tell you what. I'm going to put that question to you-know-who.
It's sometimes it can be more like a superstition. He believes in that. So he's a player also we cannot doubt. Sometimes he brings those moments and at the right foot, because if you remember 3 weeks ago he promised he will score against Scotland, and he scored. And the beautiful and the winner as well. So such type of a players, their character, it can give you the exactly what he says.
Chief Justice, he's actually said in one interview on social media, I think he said that he's promising the Dynamos fans that he's going to score. Yes, that's what he said. He's promised the Dynamos fans that he's going to score against Caps United.
It's like most of the time we speak about these players. His character, can lead to that. He's someone who believes in himself, and of course, given the chance, he can come in and score. But I would want in the second half he comes in at least maybe 20 minutes to go. It can give because of the nature of the game. You just need people also who can sustain this game. You have more power in midfield, because that's where Caps United is more stronger. Where there's Benyu Shandirwa and also Wadi coming in, joining in. They're just weak on the right side where there's Bamos, who is not really active. But Dynamos has got some problems also in the width, both ends. Mutasa and the Leroy, they are not doing enough to complement the midfield, which is isolating Ngwenya and Nyawa. But I would think, maybe as the game progresses, bring in such Denver, even Perez, or sometimes he gives in some touch. He can give in. You need someone who cheers the 12th man. So you bring in some positivities as well towards, and of course it's the city end. Most goals scored at Rufaro is always in the city end. So he might be the lucky one and get the goals. But as this game is a beautiful game, it's all together. I just hope the better team wins.
Yes.
You
see what is wonderful about this particular derby, I think it has risen. Okay, it hasn't gone up to those superlative heights that we used to see in the years gone by. But listen, I will tell. I think you'll agree with me. We have watched a very exciting 45-minute period where Caps United have been the dominant team. So we're just expecting that maybe the second half will give us more thrills. I know all the big names of yesterday are gone. We've got to contend with these names who are upon us, but they're doing very well. Especially today, they've done well. And I hope that maybe in the second half, we will see goals. We want to see goals. Yes, remember I did say to you that the biggest scoreline that Dynamos have had over Caps United was back in 1984 when they beat them 6-2 in the Chibuku Trophy quarterfinal. And the biggest scoreline for Caps over Dynamos was 87, 3 years later, after they beat them 7-0 in the Africa Day Trophy semi-final. After that, it has been 2-1, 3-2, 2-1, 4-2, and nothing really big. Will we get something like that today? I doubt it. I don't think we'll get 7 goals. I doubt it. Oh, on that day, when Caps won 7-0, Sheki Tauro, the great one, scored 4. Joel Shambo scored 2. And Gift Getom Pariwa, who had crossed the floor from Dynamos to Caps United, scored 1. And on the day when they won, right, we are crossing back to Rufaro Stadium to rejoin our 2 colleagues there. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
Welcome back to Rufaro Stadium. The second half is underway. Dynamos featuring contesting with Caps United, and that's a free kick given almost immediately after the restart. Theo brought down midway into the Caps United half. As Dynamos are now attacking the city end, with Caps United attacking the Barre end. Patito, Gwenya and Nyawa. Nyawa playfully carrying Shandiwa. Super teammates, look, they can afford to do this. They are friends, played together for years, and Shandiwa is now a Caps United player. Squatito looks set to take this one. Straight at the goalkeeper, Stephen O'Dai. Patito taking this one. Now Dynamos collect possession again with Ross Ngwenya. Keo plays a good looking ball on the far side. Here's Kadonzo with a cross, headed away by Milanzi. Nyawa is given away possession. It's picked up by Benyu. Milanzi, the long effort. Mugalu's header runs out of play. Kalu in possession again. Clever play. Shandirwa. Good clearance from Magwaza. Chipanera turning it backwards. For Grazi. Long one into the area there, and Quatizo fails to clear. And Bamos has done well to skip around him. Here comes a chance now. Oh dear, Ishmael Wadi. I can't believe it. He knows that he should have done a lot better. That was a golden opportunity.
A golden opportunity presented him in the silver platter there, Stanley. Good cross by Bamus to find Ishmael Wadi. He had acres of space. I'm sure he should have taken his time and trying to connect it the first time and catching it near on his shin there. And thereby the end result is a high ball over the bar. Should have done better. Give the goalkeeper some work to do from that sort of range.
Yes, indeed. Firemuza. Throws it to the near side for Magwaza. Dynamos exchanging passes at the back. Isaka Mohammed. Here's Captain Jalai. Yawa. Brings it under his spell. Back to Magwaza. Kasondo. To Jalai. Jalai slips through. Here comes Gwenya. Debare preferring the short passes. The jump now. Sliding tackle takes this one out of play. For what looks like a corner. Corner kick. This is the effort from a set piece by Watizo. The goalkeeper did well to save. Straight down the goalkeeper's throat. And Odai made it look easy. Corner will come from Valentine Kadonzo, who is no stranger to derbies, having played some time back several times. It's a good looking cross. Kundai Benyu doesn't get it very far. Teo guides it backwards. Watizo for Magwaza. Here is Jalai. Dynamos started off with more possession, and this one carelessly played into touch by Magwaza. Ian Bagala pacing up and down the technical area, trying to make sure that his instructions from halftime are carried out. But Teo was thinking of the headlines tomorrow, but his shot went wildly wide. No problem there for the goalkeeper, Stephen Odai. Telmo Teo was missing in action for Dynamos through injury. I think he missed about a month of action. Here's Shandirwa, beaten by Nyawa, and it's a free kick. Nyawa is staying down, landed awkwardly. You can see him holding the back of his head. Yeah, Shandirwa didn't go for the ball at all. I think FIFA should take a look at this type of tackle. The player can easily fall down awkwardly and break a neck. Here's Pio. Looks like they don't know where to go with it. It's backwards to Watizo. Nyawa in the center circle will chip it through. No vision from the veteran as it goes straight to goalkeeper Odai. Nyawa is down once again, this time around brought down by Galu Mchimba. Nudging Nyawa off the ball. Again, he landed awkwardly. Galu is very apologetic. Well, these things happen. The Dynamos Hartman ended up on the turf. But he can continue now. Throw him. But he's on. And the Ibari player dumped to the ground. Leroy Mavunga.
Moors are leading Kwekwe by 1-0 at Bata Stadium. And Alida still down by 1-0 to PC Karib at Baba Fields.
That Baba Fields scoreline is virtually unheard of. You would always hear that Highlanders are leading, but today it's not the case. Jalai for Dimare, beats his marker. And he's muscled off the ball. But I think somebody should also tell Jalai that after picking one or two players, it's time to pass the ball. And he wanted to carry on and on and on and on. Here is one. Spanier, of course, is a defensive lineman. He has to protect the defense. I would say good job from Bernard Chipanera.
Yeah, you can't leave a charging player to venture into your box. It's very, very dangerous. Once he gains that confidence, he might end up resulting in a penalty if you delay bringing him down. So good play by Chipanera there, making sure that the threat is far away from goal when you concede a free kick from that range.
Jalai is taking it. It's taken up by Quatizo, who brings in a good-looking cross. Kadonzo brings it down. The chance now. This one flicked over. The header taken by the goalkeeper. Oh yeah, that was a position of some danger for Caps United. And the referee agrees with the far side assistant ref that it should be a corner kick. Messi.
Yes, it was a corner kick.
It was a corner kick. The ball had gone out.
Yeah, when Mavunga headed that ball back, it was out. Chitoshi would let that goal line clearance.
Yes, indeed. And now the corner can come. Dynamos taking it on. Jairus Kasondo. Oh, that was a brilliant header. And the Vietnamese is up in celebration, Willie.
A glancing header by Jairus Kasondo at the near post there. Chipio Johnny unnoticed there, and free kick goal. Pasti is stranded or die there, exposed or die. And brilliant goal by Dynamos there. Nice free kick, nice corner kick there by Dynamos. They lead here after 55 minutes by 1-0. What a goal, and jubilation in the fans by the Dynamos faithfuls.
Oh yes, they haven't been celebrating much, and when they get a goal in the derby, take a look at it. Wow, that was a wonderfully taken header by Kasondo. Nobody within him, and he has scored what could turn out to be a very important goal. Well, but I can tell you that it's still a long way to go. Everybody was there to take the pictures and witness it. Mangiza's clearance. Once again it goes all the way, met by Quatizo. Mavunga looking for Gwenya. Mavunga finding his captain. Ball played through. It's given away again. Mangiza will pick this one up. Bernard Chipanera does well to find Shandi Ngirwa. Long one, and this one is destined for a goal kick, which Dibare will take. And if you're joining us for the first time, it's Dynamos 1, Caps United 0. Jairus Kasondo after 54 minutes.
And that goal standing now means that all the away teams are leading 1-0 today. ZPC Kariba at Baba Field leading 1-0. Moz at Bada Stadium leading Kweke by 1-0. And here at Rufaro, Dynamos the away side leading Cape United by 1-0.
Very interesting indeed, as the ball is cleared by Tafremutsa. Chintoshi picks it up. Back again to Shandirwa. It's Ishmael Wadi on the wing. Cannot get past that. Jalai. Yawa. Looking for his captain again. Ball played through, and the Vietnam end is up. Kadonzo cannot get past his marker, and in the end, he's penalized. That's being silly.
Very silly.
That's being silly.
That should be a yellow card.
He's lucky that the referee, I think, was very far from the scene of the accident, but it looks like Jalai was head down off the ball. Somebody was
yellow carded.
Was yellow carded.
It was off camera, yes.
Yeah, it was off camera. We'll soon find out. Joshua Shinyama now telling his players on what to do, how to get goals into the back of the net. And Mr. KK, Kelvin Kaindu, adding his weight. And the Dynamos fans teasing the green side of the capital. Ian Bakala is a bit bemused, but it's still a long way to go. 58 minutes. 32 minutes left of play, and that man in the picture was the goal scorer, Kasondo, almost causing Mangiza. Galu has allowed the ball out of play. Throw into Dynamos, who are still leading by 1-0. Jalai trying to slow down the game here. He checks the throw, plays it into the box, cleared away by Jimmy Zingai. Nyawa, tightly monitored. Milanzi will take this one away. Batizo, the hard-working character Batizo, slips it through to the near side. Mafunga, and this one cleared away by Chintoshi. The Dynamos are turning on the screw. They've got the goal that they've been looking for. Batizo being asked to move back a few yards. You hear the noise in the background. Can only be when Denver Mukamba is about to come on. Kamuse clears the danger. Nyawa. Gwenya losing possession. Chibanera will pick this one up. Nyawa comes in with another tackle. He will be lucky if the referee doesn't flash another yellow. That's Bekim Pilonyoni in glasses, watching the action in the stands. That's the goal by Jairus Kasondo. Yes, if you're a Dynamos fan, you would love to watch this one over and over and over again. But Shadrack Nyawa must thank Israel Nevera, the referee. And now Dynamos would like to make a triple substitution, Willie. What does this mean?
They are going for a second goal here, an assurance goal, and that goal, if they can get it, they'll go above Cape United and out of the relegation zone tonight. And Mohamed, so Kasondo, the goal scorer, is calling it a day, and Denver Mkamba comes in. They also have Nasio Junior Perazzo coming in as well, and Theo calls it a day. And then the third substitute should be Mavunga, who should call it a day, and coming in should be Felix Mahamat. Yes, it's Mavunga, Riro Mavunga, the one who delivered the corner kick. It was headed by Kasondo. So the two who combined for the goal, they all call it a day.
Yes, indeed, the players who were giving problems to the Cape United defense being rested. I can see Riro Mavunga will be the last one to arrive. Tekshua Chinyamai, former Dynamos player, played in Poland, former Zimbabwe international, is now the strikers coach at Dibare. Cape United to take the set piece. Jimmy Zingai floats it inside the area. It's headed away. Again, not quite. Felix Hammond fighting for this one. Watizo makes sure it's safe. I remember watching this Felix Hammond the last time that Dynamos played here. He looked like a very useful sort. Milanzi now throws forward. Watizo is written, but the ball is taken away by Kafremuta. The Dynamos defenders, led by Magwaza and Nyawa, are now asking for the yellow card on the Cape United player. Israel Nevera. Talking about Israel Nevera giving the Dynamos captain a slap in the air, accidentally, of course. That is Emmanuel Jalai. Jafre Musa, still injured. Cape United warming up. Three of their players. Young Kunjira, Junior Kunjira will soon be introduced. It's understandable because I didn't see any wing play from Cape United this afternoon.
Yeah, I think those wings, they are not been effective this afternoon. I think they need the hard running. Virginia Bunjira is so quick and he can dribble, he can bring in those crosses. And with a striker like Mugardo, there is the goal again.
Oh, that was wonderfully taken. That poor marking by Cape United. Nobody followed Carlos Gasondo as he went for the ball. You can't blame the goalkeeper. That's the goal that makes it 1-0. Kelvin Kayendo taking a look at his watch while Daryl Sassondo was celebrating. Here comes Tanaka Shandirwa. What is he doing? Has he forgotten that he's a Cape United player?
He wanted to play an outfooter, by the way, I saw it there,
Then
but then it didn't turn out, yes. Wanted to say an outfooter pass, the Luka Modric pass.
Wenya. Oh, he's good pass. His two opponents, lucky for them, the whistle didn't go.
Looks like Shandiro, when he was trying that outward pass, I think he kicked the ground. I can see, and he's down. Let's hope nothing serious there. They can't afford to have another injury-spared substitution again.
Is Dibare, Guenya. All played on the far side to the captain. Jalai. Guenya once more. This one fails. Easily taken away. Dynamos playing with a bit of purpose. Magwaza. To Guenya, who's been very useful this afternoon. Batizzo took his eye off the ball momentarily, and it's Jalai took his eye off the ball and it rolled into touch. Yeah, Guenya there. I think the referee was right.
Yeah, that was a blatant dive.
Yeah, blatant dive. No need to have done that at all.
If it was inside the box, I sure I could have easily got a yellow card for simulation.
Exactly. Here's a header from Batizzo, but he brought down his opponent in Bamusi. Free kick to Cape United, who are still down by 1-0. I'm glad to say that Shandirwa back on the field and can continue with business for Cape United. Remonza yelling at his defenders to pick up the preordained positions. Let's see how United will be taking this one. Tanaka Shandirwa is now wearing the captain's armband. What has happened to... Oh yes,
sure, yeah, Bamusi will call it a day for Junior Bunjira.
And Matindife comes on. Yeah, he's another one who can certainly set the scene alight.
Yeah, he can
with
bring
his pace and skill.
Yes, even energy levels.
Energy levels, he's got them.
Ishmael
Wadi calls it a day.
Nyasha
Chintuli is not yet called in.
After 65 minutes, Simba Bora still hanging on, still 0-0 in the Cup Champions League match, and they still lead 1-0 on aggregate.
Just hope it stays like that, so that Joel Lupasha, Joel Lupasha, Michael Nis is with us here at Rufaro Stadium, watching very closely. Israel Nevera managing this game very well. He will get full marks from me for a job well done, as we see there Matindife joining the action, as well as Junior Bunjira. Chintuli, Matindife and Junior Bunjira have come on for Cape United. Here comes the kick. Batizzo stands in the way. Shandirwa, now the captain, plays it backwards for Milanzi. Doesn't do a good job. And again, Bunjira now lays it for Mugalu, who brings in a cross. And this one will roll into touch.
That should be a throw-in.
Throw-in.
Yeah, it came off the corner flag.
Throw-in to Caps United. There's Matidife. Offside. Yeah, Caps United didn't come back with the same game that they had in the first 45 minutes. They were the better side. Sure, Kelvin Kaindo has done all he could to neutralize the Caps United machine. Confirmation of the substitutions by this man in the picture, Ian Bakala. Magwaza plays it short. And this one all the way to Isaka Mohammed. Ibare wanted to continue, but the ref has blown. Toward a free kick. So Jalai stands on the ball. Yeah, one next to him. They lead here by a goal to nil. Kasondo has since been substituted. Now to nobody home. The Vietnam end just love this guy.
That Denver is loved.
Yeah, that was an early cross into the box, and Hammond didn't arrive on time. It was a very promising cross.
A very trick one.
He
Cross
even
comes
wanted to
short, yeah.
yes, cross comes short and very nearly beat the goalkeeper. And now United with a free kick. Carry on with it.
Yes, I remember Kamapila scored a goal like that for Zimbabwe away to Malawi. The cross comes short, which ended the back of the net.
Yes, indeed, and a chance now from the young Bunjira! This one sails away, still in play. Matidife. Cross comes in, that's a poor one, and it goes out of play. Look at what we're talking about.
Exactly what we're
Crosses
talking
from
about.
wing play. Junior Bunjira bringing in a ball that should have gone into the back of the net. Matidife, I think it took too long. Allowed the ball out, throwing.
That ball just needed any kind of touch.
Any kind of touch, whether a defender or a striker. Lovely turn there by Mugalu, and the shot is weak. That was actually Matindife. Straight to the goalkeeper. Jafre Mutsa clips the ball downfield. And this is now Denver Mukamba. Only he can get somebody to run with him, that will create problems.
Yeah, but I'm sure he went for the wrong option there. He
Yeah.
had all the time. I think he should have waited for support and maybe try to hold on with the ball there and find a teammate.
I think he's trying to use the surprise element. This is the cross. That was a lovely cross.
And
By
Chiga
the
Chintoshi,
youngster.
the big defender.
Missed it completely. This is Denver Mukamba. And this is back to Jimmy Zingai. Shandirwa the captain, with Bamusi substituted. Right in the center. Chintuli backwards. Chintoshi, Shandirwa, Tanaka. It's a good-looking ball on the far side to Matindife. Much to the chagrin of the Cape United fans. Then Mukamba tries to flick it on the far side. He succeeds. Neatly brought down by Hammond. Mukamba once again. It will be another early cross. No, this time around. Oh, this guy plays it to the gallery every time. Here comes the captain. And Matindife stayed down, claiming that he was hit. He has decided to sportingly go off the field of play. As,
that was a foul.
There was a touch.
Yes. That was a foul. That was a foul.
That was a foul. And the referee missed it.
Yeah, completely missed. His first error.
Yeah.
It's acceptable. He's human after all.
Exactly, and he's watching in real time.
Yeah, in real time, exactly. And there we had the benefit of the replay.
Exactly. Here it comes once again to Mangisa. The captain takes it away, the Dynamos captain. It comes to Ross Gwenya. The Kamba is given the ball away carelessly.
Like a Jessica.
Yes. Here it comes from Kundai Benyu. Chintuli for Caps United. He's driving forward. Nobody with him. Finally playing it wide to the far side for Matindife. But Gibare stands firm. Isaka Mohammed. This one comes to Shandirwa. Caps United with 16 minutes to go. It's cleared away by Isaka Mohammed. A very unassuming character, Isaka Mohammed, but he does a good job at the back for Dynamos.
And I don't like the character being shown by Denver Mkamba. There's 2:15 minutes to go. His attitude, yes, you are leading, but it's not a comfortable lead 1-0. He did well when he came off with that cross, but now he's playing to the gallery, trying to be too smart or something like that. It might cost his team in these closing moments.
And of course, it certainly goes against his age. At 33, playing the game seriously. Caps United with a free kick here. It's a position of some promise. Mangisa to take it. It's taken long into the area. Dafremutsa picks it up and throws now for Felix Hammond. Hammond wants a crossfield pass on the far side to Valentine Kadonzo. He's the first to arrive. Kadonzo easily taken away by Caps United. Chintuli. Ball played through. It's a good one now for Young Bunjira inside the area. What a tackle! Oh, Watizo comes away with it.
Brilliant defending by Watizo.
Inesio Perez Jr. Perez Jr. Inesio wide onto his captain. Oh, that was a lovely turn. Now Gwenya stopped in his tracks, and Chintuli is all over the place. Shandirwa. Caps United drifting forward with 13 minutes left of play to the 90. It's 1-0, still Dimbare in the lead. Chintuli in the center circle, guides it to the near side for Junior Bunjira. Bunjira slips it through, good dummy, and in the end they allow it out of play. Goal kick.
And American Mubes equalized for Highlanders. Now Highlanders 1, ZPC Kariba 1. Good tackle there by Abel Gwatizo.
Wonderful tackle indeed. Good defending. And he was the first one to get up, as we see there, Caps United, the Dynamos rather, ready to make a change. It will be Frank Ageman. And
do you have number 8 for Dynamos?
We don't have a number 8 for Dibare. I don't know why Ross Gwenya is coming off.
Should be 66, not number 8, yeah.
Even Messi Mayimbo, the 4th official, well, he raised number 8 for Kundai Benyu.
Yeah, Kundai Benyu is for Caps United.
Is for Caps United, and he's wearing just number 8.
Okay,
it got mixed up. Maybe when we had sight of the board, she had already completed the Dynamo's substitutions.
Exactly, I think that's what happened here.
So this...
That's Jaden Bakare replaced Kundai Benyu.
Yes.
So it was a confusion that Jaden Bagar also puts just number 17, same as the Dynamo substitute, which is Frank Agiaman, yes.
Bunjira. Play through now, Chintuli. Again, that contest, Batizo and Junior Bunjira. The cross will come, and the clearance is good. Batizo wins this one. Junior Bunjira. For Kundai Benyu, you can see that Ian Bakala is trying to sharpen his strike force there.
Exactly. Definitely is looking for that elusive equalizer, because if they can equalize, then they will remain 3 points clear of Dynamos. But if Dynamos score a second goal here, they will go above Cape United on a superior goal difference.
Here comes the clearance from the goalkeeper, headed on by Shandirwa. Now Bakare for Mugalu. Taken away by Dibare. Frank Angeman turns one way. He's putting himself in the spot of bother, but finally collects. And couldn't get past his marker. 2 Ghanaians in the Dibare lineup. 1 in the Cape United lineup, but of course they do have another foreigner in Mugalu, Chimba. Nyawa to July. Hamon bitten in the air. Cape United will come now with Ageman. And this one is out of play. Latifa took too long to dispatch that one as Mike Ness watches intently, looking at every detail. Sure, he must be selecting who suits my style of all these players. The goalkeeper, the Dibare goal minder, takes it away, goes down, then he rolls it for Magwaza. Shandirwa collects it well, trying to turn away from his marker. He succeeds in finding Mangiza. Back to Shandirwa. Mugalu. Chintuli. I must say Chintuli has made an impression since coming on. The goalkeeper has done well to clear this one. Nyasha Chintuli has bolstered the Cape United midfield with his work rate. This one picked up once again by Agyeman. Dibare now going forward. Enasi Pereso Jr. Denver Mkamba turns away from his marker. Here they come once again with Batizo.
Denver was down there. I think
this was Kadonzo. And the Jalai blazes over the bar. Denver Mukamba. You can see that lack of fitness is beginning to tell. He's complaining to the referee that he got kicked after the pass. Well, look, the ref doesn't have eyes at the back of his head. It's possible, and he didn't see it. It's unfortunate, but I can see these fans are still smiling. This is how it all happened.
Yeah, he was stamped on his heels.
Yeah. And he's furious. As he now goes off the pitch before he can get underway. Chintuli. It's given Cape United a bit of a grip in the middle of the park. It's only goals that are lacking. 1-0 still Dynamos in the lead, 7 minutes to play. Long effort from Chintuli. Headed downwards. Nyawa makes sure it's safe. And the Chintoshi almost gave it away. Milanzi. Chintuli. Magwaza clears the danger. Throw in to Caps United. Wesley Milanzi prepares to dispatch what looks like a long throw here. He's backing away a few meters. It's been scoped once again by the ref. And some sanctions on Nyasha Chintuli. Don't know exactly why, but Nyasha Chintuli has been given a yellow card by Israel Nevera, the referee. It's Caps United now taking a long throw. Kwatizo has got a touch, still bobbling inside the area. The two players combine in the end. The goalkeeper has taken it away. Lack of communication between Mugali and his defender. The Fremulta now playing a long ball forward. Chintuli stands firm. Matindife. He didn't bring the energy that we used to sing from him. This is Milanzi now. Back to Chintoshi. This one out of play. Throw in to Caps United. 5 minutes to the 90. It's a long throw. It's cleared away by Gimbare Agyeman. Playing in the middle of the park this afternoon. He's usually deployed as a striker, but Kelvin Kayindu deployed him into the middle of the park. Caps United have considered a throw-in needlessly.
A foul throw at this level.
This level is unforgivable. Some long faces in the stands. I can see Gibson Mahachi, a renowned player agent. Very nearly fastened onto that pass, but Chintuli has taken it away. Matindife guides it backwards to find Mangisa. Shandirwa. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Mugalu, for Matindife. Turns in field. He done it once. A chance now for Chintuli. Took a bit too long. That's a poor effort from Shandirwa. Surely, a player of his caliber, he should have done a lot better.
A lot better. There are a lot of Caps United players inside that box. I'm sure I should have hold on to the ball, maybe trying to find somebody there. It was the acres of sports in front of him in trying to beat Tafiramsa from that range. In Denver, Mkamba might be red carded here.
I think if I were Kelvin Kayindu, I would pull him off.
Definitely.
Because definitely he is a danger. This is a men's game. You're bound to get verbal abuse, you're bound to be pushed, you're bound to be kicked. And if you don't want to take it, then you must leave the kitchen, as
sure
they say.
He's lucky that Chandirwa didn't go down. If Chandirwa gone down there, that was going to be a red card.
So, well done to Shandirwa for not causing a scene.
Exactly.
I think Denver Mkamba is too used to attention, especially here at the stadium. He wants everybody to applaud every move that he makes.
Yeah, you need to be level-headed and control emotions in a derby like this. It's a tense match.
Indeed.
And a very important match for that matter.
2 minutes to the 90 plus stoppage time, of course. And Dafremuta to play this one downfield. It's a long effort. It's taken by Felix Hammond. Prefers to juggle the ball before crossing it. He wins a throw in on the far side. Do they have them who can throw long ones? like we saw yesterday in the Premiership. With Crystal Palace, Jefferson Lemar throwing one that landed in the box, and Liverpool were punished to lose 3-1, 2-1 at Crystal Palace. Jalai. They are now winding down the clock as Ian Bakala cannot breathe comfortably, trying to help his players in positioning themselves. Jalai's throw is for Kadonzo, and Kadonzo straight at the goalkeeper. Poor effort, taken easily by Odai. Now it comes to Milanzi. Batizzo in a contest with young Bujiro, winning the contest, turns away, plays the ball in field. Good job by the youngster, sliding tackle. Shandirwa stays down, and Dynamos defend with Enacio Perez Jr.
And bad news, Stanley Sigizini, what Spurs just scored past Simba Bora. It's now 1-1 on aggregate in 89th minute, so it might be heading for extra time and maybe probably penalties.
Yes, indeed. This is the case. If you want to play at the highest level, you have to face the big guys. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Dynamos are defending. This one from Felix Hammond. Gibbs United now with Matindife. Chituli does well to play the ball on the far side. Here comes the effort. Jalai. He's taken away by Gibbs United. Good looking ball inside the area. Magwaza heads it in the wrong direction. And the referee blows to give Dynamos the benefit of doubt. Their fans are loving every minute of it. Still 1-0. Jalai going down under the challenge of Jayden Bakare. Israel Nevera bought the full confirmation of the scoreline. Still 1-0. We are into the 91st minute, and Jafre Mutsa has gone down.
It's going to be shown a yellow card for time wasting.
Yes, he's known for this, and Israel Nevera knows it. Shouldn't happen, because there was nothing that happened there.
And he's smiling.
Nevera, he's handling it in a very friendly manner, just applying the rules. It's not personal.
I like this referee. I've been following him for quite a long time. He's a very, very good referee. I also saw him officiating the Dynamos versus the other game in the Chibuku Super Cup at Chiboli Stadium. And there's Cape United faithfuls leaving the stadium already, but with about 4 minutes to go, end of time in football, you cannot call it over till it's over.
Yes, certainly you can't call it over, and they're coming in all colors. Some of our Asian friends watching the game here at Faro. These are the Cape United partners, aren't they?
They should be.
They poured in quite a bit of money, 4.3 million. Look at this is how he did it. No wonder why the referee was not happy, and he flashed the yellow card on Prince Tafire Mutsa for winding down the clock. The Dynamos fans in full voice. Tafire Mutsa's effort. It comes down, picked up by Agyeman. He finds Batizzo. Enacio Perez Jr. with Ian Bakala watching. This is Agyeman. There he goes once again. The cross inside the area. And in the end, Abbas failing to fasten onto this pass, and Cape United managed to clear the ball. The poor control from Young Bunchira. Still Enacio. This is Maka. Easily taken away by Chitoshi Shintuli. Cape United regained possession. Wesley Milanzi. They try to go forward with Jimmy Zingai. United still going forward. Akeman making a tame effort. United with Mangiza. Here they come on the far side. Chidoli, that's his Matindife skipping the challenge, and it's a free kick in a position of some promise. Will it?
I think this is their last card in their hands, and they need to pull something out of it. This free kick, set piece. Yes, I think Matindife was fouled there. You see the boot is off. But I like the enthusiasm, the determination, the desire from Matindife. He went rushing to collect the ball with only one boot on, and the rest is being sorted whilst the ball is in position of the free kick.
He knows that time is of essence. And Felix Hammond there just telling some of his players to play with their thinking caps on. Dynamos now preparing to put up a four-man wall. It is being moved back by Israel Nevera, the referee. Dynamos are complaining that the ball is being moved forward. Caps United want it closer. Dynamos want it as far away as possible.
I don't know, Stanley, but according to me, if a free kick is too close to the edge of the box, it becomes very, very difficult to find the target. The moment you bring it a bit further backwards, you're creating danger for yourselves because they will have time to dip. But if it's too close to the box, like here in Zimbabwe, we don't have good free kick takers who can hit them from the edge of the box. Maybe you never know. With soccer, anything can happen. Luck can be on your day. The gods might smile on you one day.
Yes, as Ian Bakala looks down, failed. That rope gesture sums up what has been the day for Caps United. Precision lacking terribly. Some of the Dynamos fans anticipating victory. 6 minutes played, and the ref could be going any minute now.
Exactly, and I also don't like the attitude being shown by Matindife. After that horrible free kick, you look like you are conceding defeat already. A minute is a lot of time in football.
It is a lot of time. Dafre Mutsa plays the ball into touches. The ref takes a look at his watch. Just imagining the noise that the referee's whistle will attract from the Vietnam end and possibly around the country. Dynamos have won the derby. Willie, your thoughts of the 90?
Yes, Dynamos have won the derby, but they remain in the relegation zone on goal difference. I think they are now fourth from bottom with 32 points, same number as Caps United, but they've got an inferior goal difference, so they will remain in the relegation zone. And the disadvantage that some teams involved in the dogfight, they collected some points yesterday. That is the likes of Greenfield, Bigita Minerals, Yada Yes lost, also Chicken Inn lost, but they are a bit far away from Dynamos. But now this is their gaining ground because their number of points are now edging closer to safety. So they need to pick more 3 or 4 more games, collecting 3 points for them to survive. And Caps United are also in danger of relegation. They need to win 3 or 4 games. And remember, Dynamo, the only big game left now is away to Highlanders, who are drawing a 1-1 with ZTC Kariba. That is heading into injured time. So to find out the full time score from there. But Mons will also leading 1-0.
Well, the Harare Derby has ended, the one for 2025. And I think the first half was more thrilling than the second. But I think overall, those thousands enjoyed it. And I'm sure you enjoyed it as well, especially if you are a Dynamos fan, because you have bagged 3 points. You have the bragging rights for 2025 because they have the bragging rights there. Because in the first game, it was 1-1. Nobody had bragging rights. And this one, the blue half of the capital now has bragging rights. Jairus Kasondo, a man who was only playing Northern Region Division 1 football 2 years ago, begging the header past Steve Odai in goal for Makepekepe. And Caps United really did pile on the pressure, but it didn't pay off in the end. We thought Matindife would score that one, but it didn't. Right, let's find out what the coaches have to say from Rufaro Stadium.
Yeah, we just have to focus on the next game. Well, I think it's not easy. There's a lot of work to do. Yeah, you could see we missed chances where we could have done much better in the first half. But we just have to continue pushing the guys so that they gain the momentum. Thank you.
Corner kick taken by Leroy Mavunga and then headed home by Jairus Kasondo. We're just waiting to hear what Kelvin Kayundu will say. Let's cross back to Rufaro Stadium.
But I think this is a game that could have been decided in the first half. We had a number of inroads in the final third, also in the box from the wide areas. But for us to pick up maximum points in a derby, it shows there are a lot of signs that we are heading towards survival. Yeah, not to get carried away. What we said, we are not going to depend on other teams to win for us. We want to win our own games. I'm sure if we're able to pick up 4 wins from the games that are remaining, it will be good for us. But for us to get to 32 points, we are almost closer to the teams that are above us. I think if we remain consistent, we keep on pushing, we'll be getting there. Few anxious moments towards the end. Probably Caps also tried also to push us. This is a derby, it's not an easy game. We give credit also to them and also the fans that came out in numbers to come and cheer their teams. Yeah, we'll be playing at home. They are defending champions. They know how to play. They have tested the championship before. Like I said, I think the league is still open for everyone, both at the top and also at the bottom. So every game is quite important. But what is important is to see our fans celebrating, singing. They have been denied this season for quite some time, and is happy that you can hear from the background the zeal and the rhythm and also the singing that is there.
And this will be a crucial match because you'll be facing the defending champions. They are also in the title race. And also might have relegation. What are the plans I'd like to expect?
I'm sure it's going to be an exciting game. Both teams will try to go for maximum points. Nobody will sit down to play for a draw. They are also in position trying to fight for championship. They're a good team. They've got the sponsorship. They have got the material. They've got the coach that is coaching the national team. You can see that they are balanced and they are strong. But we want to focus on the form that we have, and hopefully we maintain the momentum, and hopefully we don't slip back. Thank you.
The two coaches then, first it was Kabanana Ian Bakala, and then it was the turn of Kelvin Kayindu. And first Ian Bakala said, well, we just have to keep the momentum, we just have to keep the guys going on. And I think true to a certain sense, you will agree, because Caps United were more dominant in the first half. Even in the second, I think in the second, Dynamos did come back into it, but it was the finishing that let them down. Sparrow, Spencer Nyamadzao, and Chief Justice Majavi are still here with me. I'll start first with you, Sparrow. Kabanana, true to us to some form, saying that yes, we had the momentum and we just have to keep the guys pushing the guys to believe in themselves, especially in front of goal.
Well, it would be a bitter pill for Cabanana to swallow. I mean, having looked at the way his team played in the first half, I mean, they started the game like their house on fire, and they dominated the first 40 minutes of the game. The whole first half, it was Caps United. Even coming into the second half, it was Caps United again. And losing to a spectacular goal. It wasn't an easy goal that was scored. And it's a goal that's worth winning a game, and you cannot falter Cabanana for this defeat. I think this game was a real value to watch. The crowd came in, the numbers. Both Caps United and Dynamos fans filled up the stadium, and both teams actually played beautiful football. We did witness some great football, which we haven't seen in a long time, but the derby lived up to expectation, and a bitter pill to swallow for Cabanana. I mean, the goal was worth winning this game, and nothing the keeper could have done. A glancing header, and Dynamos working on the 3 points.
Yeah. And if you look at that header again, it was very difficult. Jairus Kasondo, he had his back to his own goal. He was, I don't know how he turned his head like that. So difficult to get those headers. We just thought that you'd see that from the likes of Kylian Mbappe or guys like that. But we did see it from Jairus Kasondo. But unfortunately, he was pulled out. Then KK said, we're not going to get carried away. Their next game is against Ngezi Platinum, Madamburo, and they are at home. And he talked about they have the Zimbabwe Warriors assistant coach. As we take a look again, that's the corner kick from Mavunga. And look at how Kasondo turned his head there. Chief Justice, have you ever scored a header like that?
No, not really. Not really. Yeah, but a good thing, I think Leroy Mavunga delivery was good.
Yeah.
And also the run from Kasondo, very timed one, and a very good one, and a glancing header.
Oh, yeah.
And before we spoke about it with Sparrow off air, the order is short. If you bring the ball in the first post, he doesn't come out. If you get into the second post, he's got some spring. But this was a good goal, altogether. But also, I'm impressed by the teams. They played very well.
Yep.
Also, I think I cannot blame any of the coaches.
Yeah. The derby did come alive.
It came alive, and they were all prepared. And I think we saw what we wanted to see. And also coming out to such an extent, you find it's anyone who just got utilized his chances. He won the game. The Dynamos utilized that chance. They didn't do much of the game, of which Cape United did a lot. But of course, at the end of the day, Dynamos looked a little bit solid in terms of defending. There were a couple of raids from Cape United. At least they got away with it. Cape United not bad. Only that precision up front was lacking. But also listening to Cabanana, he's got some work to do. It's possible. You have to work out. And so as KK, he came in, brought in more than 15 points. I think 15 points to say. The team has gone up. It's good now. It's square with Cape United despite the good differences. But I think it's more interesting now.
Yes. Caps United and Dynamos now tied on 32 points. But because Dynamos have an inferior goal difference, that's why they're in 15. So it's Caps number 14 in the relegation zone. Dynamos number 15 still in the relegation zone. Green Fuel number 16 still in the relegation zone. Yada number 17 still in the relegation zone. Kwekwe United gone, the Gold Boys. And up as we go, Highlanders number 9, still in the relegation zone. And we go down and down, the likes of Bikita Minerals, Chicken Inn, and so on. The only teams that are safe are the top 8. And I did read them out to you last week. You want me to read them out to you? Yes, I can. There's Scotland, who are number 1 now. Remember, they won on Friday, and they are now number 1. They are safe. Next year, they'll be playing Premiership football. There's Simba Bora, safe. Ngezi Platinum, safe. Moors are safe. Tel1 are safe. FC Platinum are safe. Herentals are safe. ZPC Kariba are safe. So those are the only teams that we know. If you were asked a quiz at school, if at primary or at high school, which teams will be playing Premiership football, if it was today, which teams will be playing? So those are the 8 teams. So there's still a battle at the top, but let's just talk a little bit about what is at the bottom. Yes, Dynamos in the bottom 4, and of course, Sparrow, the Dynamos fans will be happy. Well, I must tell you, when Kasondo scored that one, we didn't catch him on camera. Kujamba kwaita blazu huyu majabira ito mdogo. Hamzani mwana zakadaro.
Momentum.
Can you do that jump again? The celebration?
No. Now I'll pull off.
Yeah, Chief Justice very, very happy. But, it's still, from number 9 downwards. Oh, by the way, we're just waiting to confirm. The last time we heard from Emma Gumeni, I'm sure our producer will be giving us the final scores just now. Pevin Shinrai. Highlanders, we're still trailing by 1-0 to ZPC Kariba. And Moors, we're winning 1-0 against Kwekwe United. That was about a couple of minutes to go. We will confirm before we go away so that we can give you just how exactly the league stands. But just saying, Sparrow, from number 9 downwards, they're still in danger of relegation.
Well, this has never happened in our league, hasn't it? I mean, from number 9 to the last team, which is number 16, Dynamos, any one of those teams can be relegated. And
to number 17, because 18 Kwekwe United are gone.
Exactly, 18 is 17.
Yeah.
Dynamos are still in there, but it's really a tough mountain to climb for all the teams. No one is safe. The likes of Chicken Inn, they're also in there. No one is safe. Highlanders themselves, they're not safe.
Yes.
There. I mean, these are big teams. These are household teams in Zimbabwe. Because what has been missing from these three teams is they're buying players from different teams, different regions. So they need to start building their identity, get their own players, get their own juniors, and try and groom them as they go back into the first team. So, like you rightly said, from number 9 to number 17, it's still a dogfight out there.
Oh yeah, it's still a dogfight. And we the year how it has progressed, I think the competition has been lit up by particularly 2 teams, two teams, and I think 2 men deserve special mention. That's Honourable Pedzisai Scott Sakupanya of Scotland and Patrick Thompson of Moors. Those are the 2 directors. They deserve special mention for making this league very, very competitive. And as we are saying, Scotland are top now. They are on 56. Simba Bora on 55. We're just waiting to hear also how they did against Zingizi of Eswatini in the CAF Champions League. And now, if Moors have won, we'll confirm that they are now 3rd because Madamburo could not get past the Students yesterday. Chief Justice, just going back to the other end, the top, it's still there. If Moors will confirm, if Moors have won, the last time it was 1-0, and if they have won, they are back in it because they were on 49. If they have won, they have now on 52. But so we're talking about a 3-horse race, possibly.
Yeah, we just have to say maybe 3, I would say. Yeah, but you might think they'll come back and get to the pole position as before, which is more difficult now. There's Simba Bora and Scotland. These guys, they're really hungry for the cup. They won't let in any chance for any other team. Most blew their own chance.
True,
and so now they're far away from it. Of course, they might maintain being in 3rd position, but it's quite difficult to go up there again because now it's the timing. Now the timing is wrong as well for them to come back to pole position as Moors. There's Scotland. They're also seeing something, Yeah, and there's Simba Bora. They're also trying to retain the league. So it's not easy but credit to them, they lost the momentum, but they're coming back as well, doing something good. You know, I watched maybe 2-3 games last weeks, and they're improving day by day, by each game. In the cup game against Bikita Minerals, they had a tense game against Bikita, but they to come back, you know, slowly into the game, and they started controlling the game like they did in the first half. In the middle, they dragged a little bit. You could see some fatigue and so forth. But I think that it's a team which is very solid as well, you know, with some quality. Okay. And when they started making some changes, bringing in fresh legs, the complexion of the game changed. So it's going to carry them as well. I think for them it's possible. They need to continue fighting to show that, you know, they're a good team. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that Chinuchedu Simba Bora have crashed out of the CAF Champions League. They lost 1-0 to the Eswatini team Nsingizini, which I've nicknamed Zingizi. Zingizi Ruma Chinuchedu, and 1-0 it went to a penalty shootout, because remember, 1-0 Simba Bora had won, remember, their home leg. It wasn't here, it was played in Botswana, and it was 1-1 on aggregate. It went to a penalty shootout, and Simba Bora lost 4-2 on penalties. So tough luck to Simba Bora. Well, you tried, Dubai and your crew, but well, sad. Sparrow Simba Bora are out. Whereas we just wait to confirm whether Highlanders did pull one back. Were you checking that? Did you check that?
No, I didn't check.
Okay, but talking about Simba Bora are out of the CAF Champions League. Sad, eh?
Well, very sad indeed for our representative in the CAF Safari. Unfortunately, they're going out in the penalty shootout. But I think it's also a reflection of the way we are preparing for these tournaments. I think we need to do more in terms of getting the teams to participate, getting the teams to play. And for Simba Bora, they are unlucky that they lost out on penalties. I mean, if they had played really well, they could have scored the game during the 90th minute, but unfortunately they lost 1-0. So tough luck for Simba Bora. It's back to the drawing board. It was the first day in the CAF Safari, which is a good experience. They will learn from it. I mean, we still have Dynamos, the most successful team to have gotten to the final. We're hoping we also get more teams trying to get to do well in the Safari.
Well, I can tell you it's just been confirmed that Iboso pulled one back at Magumeni. It finished 1-1. So, no, but they're still in the relegations. Not in the relegation zone, but they could still be relegated. That is Highlanders. So Caps are there as well. Of course, Dynamo. So, yes, but the draw did them well, because if they had lost, it could have been further anguish. And Mo's, winning there against Kwekwe United. So Kwekwe are back in it. But just going back to the derby that we brought to you, what do you think? You agree, right? Especially the first half, full of thrills, eh? The second, not as exciting as the first, but I'm sure you'll agree that from the last derby wasn't too exciting, but this one, yes, hasn't scaled yet the superlative heights of yesterday, but I think we are in the right direction. Let's ask a man who was part of those superlative heights when he was turning out for Dimbare 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. And he's sitting right here, Chief Justice Majavi. Your mark. Let's find out from you a mark today's derby from 1 to 10. I mean, when you were playing those days, I know
before it was 10 out of 10.
It was 10 out of 10. No. What mark can you give today's one?
No, today, very impressive. 8 out of 10 is good for me. After a long time seeing such a big crowd, it's fair mark for me. I think also the both teams, the fans responded. And both teams, they should understand one thing. They should understand they are all carried by the 12th man. Without that, their game is nothing. Obviously, and like before, we always say, the moment you see this crowd, these teams are motivated. They bring out everything, the energy into the players, the passion, the determination, enthusiasm, everything it comprises. But for today's match, I think after such a long time, we never seen something like this. You know, it was impressive.
Yeah.
I think also there were one or two players doing good, one not so good, but it's normal. It's part of the game. But I'll give credit, you know, to such a game. It's a big game, although it came in the relegation zone. They're fighting.
Yeah,
but
that's the only time in Chief Justice
you know,
they've met facing relegation.
You know,
two.
it's interesting, these teams, while still gunning for championship, you know, especially with the type of side, they might be worried, we are going to go home, we are sad, we're going to be relegated, something like that. But altogether, it was a good game, I would say. Dynamos won it, and Cape United, of course, they didn't win it for certain reasons, you know, which is it's a normal. That's the picture of a derby. Whoever utilized the chance, one goal is enough. It separated the deficit. But I think everyone can continue to cheer up and have more of these games, especially the crowds coming into the game. It's good for the outlook of the football.
Yes, it's good to see the fans coming in their thousands. We've just been used to watching a packed Babafield Stadium whenever Highlanders play. But at least to get Dynamos and Caps drawing such a big crowd, it's good for our football. And that is why they are the big three. But now, Scotland are there, Zimbabwe are there, Moz are there. So watch out, you big three. Well, we don't need to tell you to watch out because you are great. You are the owners of the game. You make our shows what they are. So it just leaves me to thank our two expert analysts, the Manchester United fans. Those two. Sparrow, Spencer, Nyamazao. Sorry for rubbing you in, Spencer. It's always a pleasure when you're around.
Thank you, legendary. Always a pleasure. And good win for Dynamos. Good victory. Like they say,
all right. Chief Justice, it's always a pleasure when you're around, and yeah, you're quite happy today.
You know, legendary. Thank you so much. And you know, just a little bit. You know, beginning of the season, it was all sorrows, but at least now. There are cheerful moments.
Cheerful moments. Right. Okay. So that's just about it from us here. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing here on ZBC TV. From everyone in the ZBC TV sports crew, fronted by our producers Bevan Shinrai, Stuart Shoriwa, Tinashe Manyoni, and Gina Gwanzura. Yes, we say remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles, legendary CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.